Ryan O'Connell, Larry Scarrato, and Tyler Kumpf are your officials for this game. Nebraska beat Georgetown 81-69 Wednesday in the Crown quarterfinals. Boise State beat Butler 193 Wednesday as well. What should we pay attention to early on in this game?
The ball movement from Boise State side to side. They get a lot of back cuts. And for Nebraska, defensively, trying to figure out how to impose their will, but also just get the ball to Bryce Williams' hand.
Stanley down the lane, baseline jump shot. Now Degenhardt knocks down his first jump shot.
You know, neither team are as prolific from behind the three-point line, but they do have good shooters. And you saw Degenhardt right there. First possession, Gus, catch and shoot right in the corner.
Degenhardt coming off a 21-point game on Wednesday against Butler. Now Gary. Here's Bryce Williams, who's been electric in this tournament. Pushes off, pull-up jumper, 20-footer, counted. Big-time player, folks. If you haven't seen Bryce Williams, you're watching a kid that has been sensational.
All year, consistent as any player in the country, and you saw his ability, Gus. 2 dribbles, pull-up, even when contested.
Stanley, no good. And you and Bryce Williams have something in common, don't you, as Bookton throws this out of bounds.
Dad's father, Henry Williams. Coach Rice right there. It's funny, I saw Coach Rice when I was talking to Coach Hoiberg. They both
were in the locker room
together. Just chatting it up, talking about the tournament, how much they love being here, how much their players have reacted and loved it.
Baseline Meadow, nice burst on the baseline, double bump up and in. Andrew Meadow at 14 on Wednesday against Butler. He has been excellent in this tournament.
A very physical player. We saw that in the last game against Butler, Gus, and don't expect anything different this afternoon.
Bookton cross court, Gary, rising fire. Woo! Gary from Columbia, South Carolina. Alabama transfer has 17 Wednesday against the Hoyas. He is the grit on this team for the Cornhuskers. Cardenas tried to find Degenhardt inside, throws it out of bounds. The mayor, Fred Hoiberg. I was wrong the other day. I said he was at Iowa State when Dedrick Willoughby, Kenny Pratt, and Kelvin Cato went to the Sweet 16. He wasn't. He was there the year before, but he helped set the tone.
He did. You know, it's funny. I talked to Fred before. He said what really solidified this team, beautiful back cut, is that all the seniors got together and said, we want to continue to play. And that was huge for this program.
Nebraska on the season, 19-14. They were 7-13 in the Big Ten. They get hot, then they fall off. They get hot again, then they fall off. That was their season. Peanut Carmichael draws a double. Mom named him Peanut because that's what he looked like when he came out. Meadow, brick, rebounded. Bookton, big fella. He'll push it. He's Lithuanian. Left wing. Williams, cross-court baseline. Nicely done. Hoiberg, tight ropes. Turns it over. Peanut the other way. 2 turnovers already for Nebraska.
You like Peanut, don't you?
I love it.
You like Peanut. You like it.
Look at him take a jumper.
The box out that time by Hoiberg.
It's funny you said that. Coach Leon Rice and Coach Fred Hoiberg were talking. Well, they had a drink the other night, and Coach Rice said, hey, I need a point guard next year. How about your son? I'm trying to recruit him right now. And Coach Hoiberg said, you got no shot. He's staying right here.
Smart man.
Bookton tracked down. Cardenas.
There's another little intriguing matchup of Cardenas and Hoiberg.
Inside. Degenhardt off the window softly and in. That's big time play right there. What footwork.
What footwork, but also that's the connectivity between the two. To be able to get inside Cardenas. Cardenas able to get inside, make the correct pass, and then Degenhardt did the rest.
Williams. His dad, Henry, was a sensational all-star player for the Charlotte 49ers. Second-round draft pick. Spurs, NBA. Pull-up jump shot inside Jacobson. That's off the heel. He's a walk-on. And Jacobson has been the second-best player on this Nebraska team in this tournament.
How about that?
So he's going to go from being a walk-on to getting paid and getting a scholarship. A double bonus. Peanut Carmichael knocks down a jump shot for 3.
Yeah, Carmichael the upside and potential for this young man. And I know a lot of teams, and I hate to say this too, in the transfer portal are probably looking at him with his size, shooting ability, and his potential. Leon Rice has a great one right now, this young freshman.
He's 6'7", 19 years old. Williams got a big job in front of him guarding Bryce Williams. Jacobson, count it. Cale Jacobson, 7 points on Wednesday against the Hoyas. In the Crown, he's 4 for 5 from the three-point line. Meadow flashing across the lane. Carmichael again and again. Preston Pina. Carmichael. 13-8. Boise. Stanley posting up Degenhart. Pogo stick. Baseline jump shot. No. Degenhart with the rebound. Outlet pass in the front court. Carmichael King tracking down out of bounds. And it's Big Red basketball. That's what we gonna call.
But I wonder who gave him the nickname.
His mama.
His mama gave it to him.
When he came out, his mom said he looked like a little peanut.
See, he's not a peanut anymore at 6'7". I tell you that.
Inside, Morgan using that big body, and I tell you, Andrew Morgan was wonderful on Wednesday. He had 12 points, 9 rebounds in 20 minutes against Georgetown on 4 of 5 shooting. That's his first bucket of the game.
Hey, Gus, that's called keeping it simple. Old school, low post, come out of timeout, get him in isolation. Morgan does the rest.
Where's the old school mullet? His dad owns a farm. He's going to go back and run the farm when things with basketball end, which could be in the next 10, 12 years. Esegian is checked in. Where's number 0 for Nebraska? Here's Morgan. Hand off Jacobson. Bryce Williams, step back three-pointer. Again. You know his dad's nickname, Jimmy, and you played against his father, Henry. It was High Fly.
High Fly. Yeah, we were actually, I think it was a Pan Am game tryouts, a couple of USA workouts, same draft. Good catch that time.
David Buchanan.
Yeah, Buchanan.
This kid is wonderful. He had 27 in his last game. Cardenas circling. 6 to shoot. And Degenhart halfway down, pops out. Gary with the rebound on the baseline. Williams in the front court. Jacobson. Baseline, Esegian. That's his job, shooting the 3.
This is where Buchanan had a real big impact. Being a facilitator, scorer, that time in transition, able to pick up the foul. Go back to Bryce Williams.
What's the knock on you if you had to say one knock? Well, he said NBA guys think that my demeanor is my knock, meaning I'm not boisterous. But my father taught me, he said, act like you've been there.
Yep.
And his demeanor reminds me a lot of Allen Houston.
Yeah, exactly. Take care of your business. He has emotion, but he's not emotional.
Boom.
And that's the difference. So he's not going to have those highs and lows. And I think that's good as a shooter and scorer because you're going to go through those ruts sometimes, Gus, where the ball doesn't go in. But your body language doesn't dictate that you're not into the game.
Aaron Eulis is checked in for Nebraska. Morgan drives baseline. Eulis, Iowa transfer. He's quick. Esegian, 6 to shoot. Turns the corner, 20-footer. Top of the key, rims off. Rebounded. Eulis, new shot clock. Hezzy on the baseline, gets to the cup, lost it. Gets it back. Nice look inside Morgan, point blank. Contested by Stanley. Or make that Ugbo.
Get some contact in there.
No look. Inside, off the window, and guess who? Bud Buchanan.
Yep. Inside, a beautiful pass, too. Cardenas able to locate him right there on the baseline.
17-13. The winner of this game secures a bag for $100,000. This is a $100,000 game, folks. Morgan bumping and grinding. Baseline jump hook. Too strong. Buchanan with a rebound. Here's his versatility. He was an NAIA player last year. Ugbo, 3. Batted out. Buchanan. New shot clock. Boise. Cardenas. And a whistle reaching foul from behind on the floor. Midfielder, Jimmy.
And for us that are not soccer novices, that means
he was a point guard on the soccer field.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Quarterback. In the game now, Julian Bowie. Pull-up jump shot. And it goes down for him right off the bench. Bowie from Pocatello, Idaho.
How about that? Both coaches are really good at drawing up plays coming out of a timeout to kind of get a high percentage shot. That time, Bowie able to get to his mid-range game.
Nebraska 0 for their last 5. Stanley trying to turn the corner. On Buchanan. Stanley muffles it up. Buchanan contesting out of bounds. And it's Boise basketball.
I talked about earlier with Morgan. To get that shot up and over the top.
Here's Bowie like David off the front rim. Morgan with the rebound. He'll bring it up the floor himself. Baseline, Ulis dips inside off the glass, gets it again. Too strong, but foul. And that will be Cardenas picking up his first team foul against Boise.
How about that? 3 adding value. Rebounding the ball as a guard.
Nebraska first trip to the line today. Ulis, 6 points against Georgetown on Wednesday in 14 minutes. Second free throw goes. 19-15, under 10 to go. First half, the Crown. This game for $300,000. I mean, for $100,000. The winner gets a chance to play for $300,000. Buchanan can't flush it. Picked up. Besiege it. And they turn it over. Bounce pass. Cardenas to the cup. Reverse layup with the left hand. No. Tapped around by Buchanan. New shot clock. Bowie. And he trapped.
To take that away from Buchanan.
Ulis. Guarded by Cardenas. Besiege it. Quick burst to the basket. Should have laid it up. Morgan inside. Gathers himself. Double pumps. No. Buchanan the other way. Buchanan down the lane. Jump stop. The kick. The reversal. Baseline. Keene. Rebound. Peter Carmichael.
How about it? All 6'7", but that's because that deep push, Gus, strength of defense, the shot got up, couldn't put bodies on bodies, and Carmichael able to clean up that loose chain.
Bryce Williams the other way, turnaround jump shot in the face, short, foul on the wrist. Good call, Larry Scarrato standing right on the play. R.J. Keene picks up the foul, his first.
And you go back, if you can push.
Williams. Called his dad High Fly. Love that nickname. And he's, matter of fact, his father, Henry, played for Mike D'Antoni in Italy, won championships there. He was the MVP in the Italian league. His son, excellent. He's got 7 points already. Sam Hoiberg back in the game. 21-17. Here's a read. Cardenas got the fired inside for Stanley. Turns it over. That's the clear. As Meadow comes back in.
Yeah, one of the few mistakes you'll see Cardenas makes. He wanted to get it to Stanley inside, but I think if he swung that back around to Carmichael, he may have had an easier entry pass into the post. One of those lost possessions you want to get back.
Nebraska shooting 29% from the field, 5 of 17. Mia just checked in. He's from Utah. Jump hook, short, well defended by the Broncos. Bowie the other way.
I tell you what, guys, Stanley did a great job of walking Mia up the lane, forcing that jump hook to be a little bit further out.
Carmichael, beat on Carmichael with 11 points now on 3 of 4 shooting from the three-point line. 24-17 Boise. Ulis jump stop inside. Nebraska goes small to the backcourt with Hoiberg. Now Gary, and a foul. 7:40 to play.
If you cut down on dribble penetration, you don't have to help, but now you're connected to your guy out on the perimeter.
Gary at the line. Fred Hoiberg, what a just great symbol. The sport of basketball, at pro level, college level. Head coach, executive, now college head coach at Iowa State, at Nebraska. Granddad was the former head coach here at Nebraska. Just an amazing legacy. Good man. Stanley almost traveled. Degenhardt. Carmichael, 7 to shoot, double team to the corner. Meadow down the lane, off the window, no. Stanley with the tap, and Meadow with the finish.
Well, you know, a really good defensive rotation that time by Nebraska, but once again, now you're at an disadvantage when it gets swung around, and another offensive rebound, second shot opportunity for the Broncos.
Gary stripped, picked up by Ulis. Nebraska's missed their last 9 shots. Bryce Williams on the bench right now for the Huskers. Baseline Hoiberg. That'll stop the bleeding.
And a little piece of giving the Broncos a little piece of their own medicine. Excellent dribble penetration by Ulis to get it out to Hoiberg.
Peanut Carmichael. Baseline pull. Strong. Out of bounds, and Big Red with the ball. As Bryce Williams comes back in and Cardina down by 4, 26-22. Ulis, Hoiberg. Mia, the big man, down low. Bryce Williams turns. Gary, deep jumper. Oh. Jawan Gary. Splash. He's got 8. Big Red, right back in it. Boise up by a penny. Nebraska on a 6-0 run. Degenhardt off the bounce this time, spinning. Tough shot and a foul.
And watch Juwan get right here. And he's just maintaining the space. But look how far he is from behind the three-point line, which makes...
This is my home. I know I transferred from Alabama. Didn't get a chance to play that much down there, but Fred Hoiberg and the community just embraced me, and this is home for life. It's nice to have something to go back to, right, Jimmy?
No, it is, too. And, you know,
when you get older.
When you get older, but, you know, I think what Coach Hoiberg talked about before, the willingness of his seniors to all want to extend their season and play in this tournament. So that goes back to Juwan Gary talking about how much he loves being in Nebraska, feels like he's at home. Well, it's the reason why these young men are here competing and competing hard, you know, as a team and as a family.
And Nebraska football is going to be awesome this year. You just watch. Baseline. Mia. Oh! Wham! With 2 hands.
It's too early in the morning.
No, it's not. It's never too early for a jump tape win. 8-1 run for Big Red. 27 up inside, and a whistle of travel coming up on the Broncos. Their 5th turnover.
Well, let's go.
6,
lose 5.
And now they're 2-0.
And if you think about it, you get a chance to get to a championship game. And from there, you playing with house money, so to speak. And you know what I mean? It's a great opportunity, man.
Mia with a rebound. Outlet pass. Williams, and a foul. Mia may have been poked in the eye.
Defensively.
Stanley picked up his first foul. Inside and again. It's Gary. First lead of the game for the Cornhuskers. 29-27. Boise is led by as many as 7 here in the first half. Under 5. Cardenas quiet offensively. Baseline, Meadow. Drives with 5 to go. Off balance, no. Squirts out, picked up. Bryce Williams. Williams facing up on Carmichael. Hoiberg trying to get the step. Back door. Tight roping. Eulis. Big step through. No. Mia. Oh! The reverse two-hand wham! Yeah! And he gets up a little limp. Gimpy. 12-1 run, though. This guy didn't play in the last game.
But he didn't play, Gus, but he's making. Not the case this year.
Carmichael, who's been hot in this first half. Javon Buchanan trying to get to a sweet spot inside. There it is. Great defense, though, by Juwan Gary that time.
Push him up just enough. Make that jump hook a little bit shorter.
Bryce Williams turns the corner off the window. No, but a foul. 12-1 run for Nebraska. Game against Georgetown. 4 30-point games this season.
Well, yeah, 19, 20-point games. Listen, his versatility, too, I think within the offense, Gus, and you've been around it and seen a lot of guys, he's not just a shooter. He's not just a catch-shoot shooter. He can put it on the deck. He can pull up jump shots. He can penetrate and make plays, and that makes it extremely tough to kind of keep him inactive during the game because his versatility.
Cardenas. And a turnover. Hoiberg. Quick hands. Hoiberg. Now Williams with a step. Baseline, gathers and banks it down. Now he's going at him.
He is. And he's not just settling and relying on the jump shot. Actually, those 2 drives, Gus, take a little pressure off and get him some cleaner looks now that he's putting it on the deck attacking.
Cardenas, hands, saved by Morgan. Right to Boise. As Ugbo picked it up. Bryce Williams now called for the foul. Ryan O'Connell, Larry Scarrato, Tyler.
Hoiberg's plea to pick it up on the defensive end, and this is the Broncos team that was shooting close to 50% now, down to 40%.
Cardenas with the teardrop inside, and that goes down, ends a 15-1 run. Remember, Boise in their last game, Jimmy, scored 100 points, 193 Wednesday against Butler. And that one goes down. 37-29. 6'8" from downtown. 6 of 8, Carmichael with a steal and flush.
Cardenas has to calm it down a little bit. A couple errant passes, unlike him.
Williams again, and contact. With 1:54 to go. Williams, 11 points and 4 assists. First round, Arizona State, 30, 28, now 11 in the first half. Second free throw, good. 39-31, largest lead of the game for Nebraska out of the Big Ten Conference, taking on Boise State out of the Mountain West Conference. Carmichael. Hoiberg really in his kitchen now, defensively. Cardenas Degenhardt, pump fake. Cardenas trying to set it up. Carmichael, air ball.
Tremendous defense that time by the Cornhuskers. On a screen, close out, running them off the three-point line.
Backdoor Morgan. Errant pass, knocked away. As the Cornhuskers turn it over. Cardenas tied up by Morgan. Jump ball the call, and the arrow favors Nebraska.
Yeah, and possession that time by the Broncos.
39-31, a minute remaining. Here in the first half of the Crown. The winner of this game secures a $100,000 prize. Gary in and out. Degenhardt has been quiet offensively late in this first half. They got to get him going. 2,000 points. He has the ball right now. Baseline. Pull. There it is.
You said it. But, you know, his personality doesn't allow him to go hunt shots. He's 3 for 5, 8 points. So he really relies on the game coming to him. But sometimes